Have you ever wondered why some relationships leave you feeling uplifted, while others drain your energy and peace of mind? Relationships are more than just extensions of our daily routines. They profoundly impact our well-being and happiness. Today, we dive deep into the wisdom of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us not just about resilience and peace in the face of adversity, but also about the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who truly respect and enrich our lives. Before we continue, please consider subscribing to Stoic Explorer. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you won't miss out on our upcoming content. In this video, we'll explore 12 clear signs that might indicate it's time to reevaluate certain relationships, possibly even to the extent of walking away. These insights are rooted in Stoic principles, offering timeless wisdom on maintaining inner tranquility and emotional resilience. Join me as we unfold these signs, ensuring that each step we take is not only in the direction of personal peace, but also towards a deeper understanding of what it means to live a virtuous life according to Stoicism. Consistent lack of respect. Consistent lack of respect in a relationship serves as a fundamental red flag, indicating a severe deviation from the principles of Stoicism. Respect, a cornerstone of healthy interactions, aligns closely with Stoic virtues like justice and dignity. When one is consistently subjected to disrespect, whether through words, actions, or neglect, it chips away at their dignity and undermines their well-being. Stoicism teaches us not to respond with anger or resentment, but with reason, judgment, and emotional detachment. Addressing this lack of respect proactively is crucial, not just for self-protection, but also for upholding one's moral integrity. It involves recognizing the impact of such behavior on one's path to living a good life and deciding calmly and rationally whether the relationship should continue. By asserting one's worth and commitment to Stoic principles, individuals choose not to accept less than they deserve, ensuring their interactions align with virtues like justice and dignity. Recognizing and addressing consistent disrespect isn't merely a reactive stance, but a proactive measure to safeguard mental peace and uphold Stoic values. Negative effects on mental health. The negative effects of relationships on mental health are significant and cannot be overlooked. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining inner tranquility. Yet when relationships consistently cause feelings of anxiety, depression, or emotional fatigue, it's a clear sign that something is amiss. Stoics believe in the duty to protect inner peace from disruptive influences, acknowledging that our well-being depends largely on our internal state. Constantly feeling drained due to interactions with certain individuals not only hampers our ability to live a serene and purposeful life, but also contradicts Stoic principles of emotional resilience. Seneca, one of the most renowned Stoic thinkers, advocated for associating with people who uplift and inspire us, highlighting the detrimental impact of relationships that sap our emotional energy. Recognizing these signs requires a thoughtful evaluation of the relationship dynamics and their effects on mental well-being. It's not just about identifying negative emotions, but taking proactive steps to ensure they don't dominate our lives. This may involve setting boundaries, seeking support, or even distancing ourselves from relationships that consistently disrupt our peace of mind. In doing so, we align our interactions with Stoic ideals of rationality, resilience, and ultimately, peace. Misaligned values. Misaligned values within a relationship can create significant internal conflict and hinder personal growth, directly contradicting the principles of Stoicism. Core beliefs and values serve as the compass guiding our decisions and actions, and when they clash with those of our close connections, it can lead to persistent tension and discomfort. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on harmony and personal integrity, making such discrepancies not just inconvenient but a serious concern. Living a life of virtue, according to Stoic philosophy, entails aligning one's actions with universal principles of justice and wisdom. When values conflict with those of our associates, it impedes our ability to progress as Stoics, as we may find ourselves compromising on fundamental principles or experiencing constant ethical conflict. Addressing misaligned values requires open and honest dialogue within the relationship, where both parties can express their perspectives and explore potential compromises. However, if the differences prove irreconcilable, it may be necessary to reconsider the role of the relationship in our lives. By recognizing and addressing these misalignments, we strive not only to maintain internal harmony, but also to ensure that our relationships support our journey toward virtue and fulfillment as central tenets of the Stoic way of life. Feeling constantly drained. Feeling constantly drained in a relationship is a clear indication that the dynamics may be misaligned with Stoic principles of self-preservation and tranquility. Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining our internal energy and using it judiciously. Relationships that consistently leave us feeling depleted emotionally or physically hinder our ability to live a serene and purposeful life, contrary to Stoic ideals of emotional resilience. Seneca and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the value of nurturing and reciprocal relationships, highlighting the importance of being with people who uplift and inspire us. Recognizing the signs of feeling drained involves a thoughtful examination of the relationship dynamics and their impact on our overall well-being. It's not just about identifying the symptoms, but taking proactive steps to address them. This may include setting boundaries, communicating our needs effectively, or even reconsidering the role of the relationship in our lives. By managing these draining interactions, we align ourselves with Stoic principles of rationality, resilience, and ultimately, peace, ensuring that our relationships contribute positively to our moral and philosophical goals. Manipulation. In Stoicism, the pursuit of authenticity and clarity is paramount, making manipulation a significant concern within relationships. Manipulation distorts reality, undermining our ability to make reasoned judgments based on true perceptions, which is central to Stoic teachings. Whether through overt deceit or subtle psychological tactics like guilt-tripping or gaslighting, manipulation interferes with our pursuit of truth and authenticity. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of seeing things as they truly are, without external distortions, making manipulation antithetical to Stoic principles. Dealing with manipulation requires a firm adherence to Stoic virtues of seeking truth, living with integrity, and maintaining autonomy. This may involve setting clear boundaries with the manipulator, becoming more vigilant about recognizing manipulative behavior, and reaffirming our values. By confronting manipulation, we protect our moral integrity and peace of mind, aligning ourselves with the Stoic goal of living a truthful and authentic life. Recognizing and addressing manipulation is not just about escaping negative influences, but also about realigning ourselves with Stoic principles and fostering clearer thinking, better decision-making, and a deeper sense of peace. Lack of trust. Trust forms the very foundation of all relationships, according to Stoicism, emphasizing fairness, honesty, and reliability. In Stoic philosophy, trust aligns closely with the virtue of justice, which calls for treating others with respect and dignity. Without trust, relationships become unstable, filled with doubt and insecurity, hindering genuine intimacy and connection. Stoicism teaches us to be dependable and truthful, fostering an environment where trust can flourish. When trust is lacking in a relationship, it often indicates a deviation from Stoic values, leading to suspicion, fear, and a breakdown in communication. Addressing the lack of trust requires a return to Stoic principles, advocating for clear communication and mutual respect. This may involve initiating open and honest conversations, setting specific standards for behavior, and reaffirming shared values. However, if efforts to restore trust prove futile, it may be necessary to reassess the dynamics of the relationship. Stoicism teaches us to seek out relationships that support our moral and personal growth, prioritizing trust and integrity as central tenets of a flourishing life. By recognizing and addressing trust issues, we align ourselves with Stoic ideals of justice, wisdom, and ultimately, peace. Abuse of any kind. Stoicism unequivocally condemns any form of abuse, whether physical, emotional, or verbal, as it violates the fundamental principle of treating all human beings with inherent worth and consideration. Abuse undermines the very essence of living a virtuous and meaningful life, according to Stoic teachings. Enduring abuse is never seen as a requirement in Stoicism. Rather, it advocates for the preservation of one's self-respect and personal well-being above all else. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of maintaining one's inner citadel unbreached by external misfortunes and injustices, including abuse. Recognizing and addressing abuse is critical not only for personal safety, but also for maintaining mental health and dignity. Stoicism teaches the importance of acting wisely and courageously in the face of wrongful treatment, always with an eye towards safeguarding one's dignity and well-being. This may involve seeking support from trusted friends, family, or professionals, and taking decisive action to remove oneself from harmful situations. By confronting abuse, we uphold Stoic values of justice, wisdom, and courage, ensuring that our relationships align with the pursuit of a virtuous and fulfilling life. Absence of growth or mutual support. In Stoicism, personal and moral growth are essential components of living a good life, emphasizing the continuous opportunity for improvement and learning. Relationships play a vital role in this process, serving as mutual exchanges where both parties challenge and support each other in becoming better human beings. When a relationship lacks growth or mutual support, it contradicts these Stoic ideals and potentially stagnates personal development. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus often discuss the concept of synergia, highlighting the role of relationships in our moral education and self-improvement. A relationship should contribute to mutual growth through honest feedback, shared experiences, and encouragement to adhere to one's principles. Recognizing the absence of growth or support involves evaluating the relationship dynamics and their impact on personal satisfaction and fulfillment. It may require initiating open and honest conversations about expectations and goals within the relationship. However, if attempts to foster mutual support prove unsuccessful, it may be necessary to reconsider the relationship's role in our lives. By prioritizing relationships that encourage growth and support, we align ourselves with Stoic principles of virtue and continuous improvement, fostering environments conducive to personal and moral development. Persistent selfish behavior. In Stoicism, relationships are viewed as key arenas for practicing virtues such as generosity, fairness, and reciprocity. A relationship is a dynamic interplay where both parties should consider the well-being of the other as equal to their own. Persistent selfish behavior within a relationship contradicts Stoic ethics, as it disrupts the equilibrium necessary for any healthy partnership. Stoicism teaches that virtue lies in balance and self-control, advocating for relationships where both individuals support each other's growth and well-being. When one party consistently prioritizes their own needs and desires over those of the other, it undermines the integrity of the relationship and hampers personal development. Addressing persistent selfish behavior requires honest communication and reflection within the relationship. This may involve discussing expectations and boundaries, setting specific standards for behavior, and reaffirming shared values. However, if efforts to restore balance prove futile, it may be necessary to reassess the viability of the relationship. By prioritizing relationships based on mutual respect and support, we align ourselves with Stoic ideals of justice, wisdom, and ultimately, fulfillment in our interactions with others. Destructive communication. In Stoic philosophy, communication within relationships should not only be honest, but also constructive and uplifting. Our words should reflect our virtues, aiming to uplift and support rather than degrade or undermine. Persistent negative communication patterns such as criticism, sarcasm, or belittling corrode the pillars of respect and understanding essential for healthy relationships. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of clear and rational communication, seeking truth and fostering understanding. Dealing with destructive communication requires a deliberate effort to examine our speech and its impact on others. This involves practicing active listening, choosing words wisely, and addressing conflicts with the intent to resolve and rebuild understanding. However, if efforts to reform communication patterns fail, it may be necessary to reassess the dynamics of the relationship. By prioritizing constructive communication, we align ourselves with Stoic principles of justice, wisdom, and harmony, fostering healthier and more fulfilling relationships based on mutual respect and support. Disregard for personal needs, 200 words. In Stoicism, respect for personal needs and boundaries is essential for maintaining self-respect and harmony within relationships. Ignoring or trivializing these aspects can lead to significant imbalances, fostering an environment where disrespect and dissatisfaction thrive. Stoic philosophy advocates for clear communication and mutual respect as the pillars upon which healthy relationships should stand. When someone consistently overlooks or diminishes your needs, it sends a clear message that your well-being is not a priority within the relationship. Addressing disregard for personal needs requires asserting oneself and communicating boundaries effectively. This involves acknowledging and affirming one's needs and preferences, advocating for self-care and well-being. However, if attempts to address these issues prove futile, it may be necessary to reassess the dynamics of the relationship. By prioritizing relationships that respect personal needs and boundaries, we align ourselves with Stoic ideals of justice, wisdom, and ultimately, fulfillment in our interactions with others. Absence of mutual accountability. In Stoic philosophy, mutual accountability within relationships is not just beneficial, but essential. Being accountable for our actions fosters trust and respect, crucial elements for enduring and meaningful connections. Stoicism teaches us to reflect on our actions and take responsibility for them, acknowledging when we've negatively impacted others and making amends where possible. However, when mutual accountability is lacking, it can lead to misunderstandings and erode the trust fundamental to healthy interactions. Addressing this absence requires open and honest communication about expectations and responsibilities within the relationship. It involves setting standards for behavior, discussing consequences, and regularly checking in to ensure both parties feel supported and respected. If attempts to establish mutual accountability fail, it may be necessary to reassess the viability of the relationship. By prioritizing relationships based on mutual respect and accountability, we align ourselves with Stoic principles of justice, wisdom, and ultimately, fulfillment in our interactions with others. In closing, we've delved deep into the realm of Stoicism and explored the intricate dynamics of relationships through its lens. Stoicism offers invaluable insights into how we can cultivate healthier, more fulfilling connections with others while staying true to our principles and values. Throughout our exploration, we've identified 12 clear signs that indicate when it might be time to reassess certain relationships. From consistent lack of respect to absence of mutual accountability, each sign serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path towards more virtuous and harmonious interactions. By recognizing these signs and taking proactive steps to address them, we not only safeguard our mental peace and moral integrity, but also pave the way for personal growth and fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us that every relationship is an opportunity to practice virtues like wisdom, justice, and courage, ultimately guiding us towards a more meaningful and purposeful life. As we conclude this journey together, I invite you to reflect on your own relationships and consider how Stoic principles can inform and enrich them. Remember, subscribing to the Stoic Explorer is not just about staying updated on our content. It's a commitment to cultivating a life marked by rationality, resilience, and inner tranquility. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe to the Stoic Explorer and join us on this journey towards a more stoic and fulfilling existence. Thank you for embarking on this exploration with us. May the wisdom of Stoicism continue to inspire and guide you in all your relationships and endeavors.